But as this comes, it's dialed. So cool. Kelly's done a great job. We've worked hard together to get this dialed in. Fantastic files from Andre Bezrodny, but these have been adapted for RC, for the builder. For if you've ever done one of these, you'll really appreciate this. To have the recess for the windows on the wing windows and the front windshield makes fitting your window absolute ease. You don't have to be perfect on the cut, and you don't have to be perfect with the glue, because you basically are going to be putting a weather seal strip in to clamp the window in, which hides your mess of a cut if you don't cut it perfect, and also will give you the opportunity to hide your glue joint. Absolute best. Check us out, RC3D Fab Factory on the Facebook group, Pilot Ryan Media on YouTube, and the links are in the description if you want to help support the channel with the purchases you make. Thanks so much.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So we weren't live. So we can talk about the PETG fiasco again in a minute.
Oh, nice.
We weren't live.
That worked out good because my dog was upstairs going crazy.
Well, that's okay, because normally too there's dead air. I thought we were live because guys were in the chat. So some dudes have super notifications turned on, and then some guys maybe don't.
Super notifications to
Super
everyone involved.
Notifications.
Yeah, bro. That green one looks familiar.
The green one looks good.
Dude, I wound up putting these tires on here. They were a set that I had got for the pre-runners.
Okay.
They're more like what, those BFs that you've got that you bought for your pre-runner. It's kind of more like what they are. So.
Okay, yeah, those Baja TAs.
Yeah, yep. And they've got, they got a similar tread pattern to them. And I've got the Endura, I think they're red, those inserts.
Okay.
And they're pretty stiff. So I can get rid of some of the bounciness, which in some ways I'm okay with that bounciness, but I want to try these.
Yeah. That's one of the things I was thinking about, those Baja TAs that are pretty pedestrian. And they seem to grip pretty good, surprisingly.
Uh-huh.
And I think part of that is because the foams are so flimsy, the tire actually gets to wrap around stuff. I was thinking about putting stiffer foams in there, but I'm like, well, I'm not sure I want to take away from what they're doing. They're fine,
Right.
It is. And your truck had no brass, no heavy bead locks, and it still did good with the box back and all.
Yeah, I was happy. I've been happy with all three of my builds so far.
Dude, me too. And I'm looking at a yellow one over here too. So I got red, white, blue, and a yellow one. And then my Pet G came today for the bodies, and orange clear as well. I got to figure out those marker lights. I don't know if we want to do something on those marker lights so we can put a bulb in it.
Oh, that's easy.
There's some fiddling to do.
So here's the thing, Ryan. I was thinking about these, especially the taillight buckets. Mine are actually the outer ring. They're actually the right thickness. It's just they're not inserting into the recess on the back of the body that's already there. So I'm gonna go back into fusion in that, and I'm gonna flatten them and get rid of a little bit of that thickness too. But I want to change the diameter down just a hair so they insert all the way in. Unless you've got a better mousetrap and we use yours.
I mean, man, that's what I've been working on.
Then you just keep going then.
I wouldn't waste your time. The only thing I want to do is the front buckets, the ones that he sends. They're not right. They're not right. So I've got buckets somewhere for the Travelall or one of these rigs that actually has a nice smooth bezel. and then the lenses can fit in there. And what I'm trying to do when I'm not fixing the extruder is create the 2-color print for the lens and the bezel, where there's opportunity to, you still have a bucket, but you can put the lenses on after the fact, and
Sure.
the glue is on the back of them, so you're not making a mess of it on the body. But I haven't even got to the front yet, man, because I keep wrestling the back. And I mean, these are sweet. Clear red and then the silver bezel.
Oh, no. Yeah, they look great. Absolutely.
And they got that iconic scalp. You know, the front lights aren't as important. It's a little more dime a dozen, but that bezel and light lens on the back of these Internationals is so iconic to them that we got to figure it out. So I've been sizing it up, beefing it out, playing with different ways to set up the AMS to do this. And, you know, just trying to have success one after the other and learn the settings, because, you know, with bamboo, when you use their filament, it knows exactly what it wants.
Right.
But when you put in generic, it's a range. And so it defaults to what it defaults to, but you maybe need to go this way or that way on temperature or speed. And so that's where I'm at. So hopefully, there's been a couple times where I've had some good prints come off, and I'm like, man, I wished I would have done more than 2 that time. But I'm not going to set up a bed full of them until
you got it
consistently have it work. So that's what I'm doing now. What I'm printing now is 12 of them on a file setup that I know works, but I tweaked the temp and the speed and got the door open like they say to, and we'll see how it goes. They're doing it now.
Sweet. No, it's awesome. By the time you get done figuring out those taillights and headlights, I'll have the next 2 bodies printed out and done and figured out. Because I've got the back half of the next body that's going to fit exactly like these Scouts do. I got the second half of it well underway in the printer right now.
Awesome. Well, you know, the window treatment will need to happen to them, and a decision will have to be made on marker lights, what we want to do.
The windshield frames on these other 2 are going to be very difficult to do what I did with the Scout, because they're rounded. There's a lot there.
I bet.
So I'm about to figure it out if we can.
That's going to be tricky. And I wonder, you know, sometimes I know with my slicer, you can drag stuff in and split it to parts, and you kind of get an idea of what how he constructed it, and you might luck out, and one of those things are its own piece.
Yeah, it's called hundreds of thousands of triangles.
But you can, I mean, I've done it in the split to parts, where when I had the trimmer's truck in there and I split it to parts, they all come undone from each other and just fall down on the plate in a pile of shit, a pile of
doodah
things.
A pile of doodah.
Yeah. But I actually used that because I would pull the fenders out of it or whatever I wanted and then throw the rest away and be able to kind of do things. But yeah, it is going to be a trick on that for sure. I was thinking, man, one of those new printers that does the cutting would be nice for cutting windows. Throw the Lexan in there and let it cut it perfect. How nice would that be?
It would be a nice thing to have.
It would be nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, like Bree was telling me, she's like, should you just buy another printer? I'm like, no, I would like to, but not yet.
Not yet. I mean,
not ready.
I got the red one sitting up there as a roller for $530 and it's still there. I mean, look.
But you added my 2.
Yeah.
You know, and I should probably at least just quickly go over each one of them real quick, so everybody that watches this, that goes to to the Shopify page and sees it, knows what it is and what they get. So So whenever,
you guys
whenever
can
you
check that out because there's a link to the Shopify in the description. So there's just a couple picks, but Kelly's going to talk about them. So they're production versions, letting them go. Crazy deal.
This is actually my first one I did. It's pre-production, as you will see on the bottom. This cutout is rough from me cutting it out, just figuring out, making sure that everything fits right before we went any farther. But I've ran this one. We did a couple weeks ago. It's got a little seat in there, a little bit of fabric on the seat. It's rough. You can see there's spots back here where I hogged it out to put the lenses in and things, and this one is rough, but it fits on. And if you buy this, I'll print out one of our plates that goes into the back bumper mount, and this will go right on, drop in, and it snaps right on the front. Works fantastic. So this is like the cheapest one on the site. So there's that one, and then the other one I've got that I'm going to part with is this one. Is pretty much the first almost production part. The only reason why it's not production is because the bumper's fused onto this one. But this one here, I ran it a week and a half ago, and it was in my last video. So yeah, they're not perfect, but this one here is actually, this one was printed out with the cutout from the first one up there.
Yes.
And but yeah,
there's nothing wrong with them. The only thing is they're on the way to the final revision. So there's just minor differences on them.
But they fit, form, function just fine with the clip system on this.
Absolutely.
You buy both of those, they'll fit on the 10.3 chat, your Coyote or your builder's kit, with a little bit of modification on the base camp.
Yeah,
chassis.
That's right. That's it.
They'll go right on.
All you need is the stock bumper mounts from the Coyote or the new builder's kit on your base camp, and those will drop right on.
Yeah, you did that the other day, didn't you, in a video or something?
I put it on the Coyote.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Boom. Yeah.
All
I did was take the stock bumpers off, and I put it right on the Coyote, dude, on 475s.
Nice.
Yeah, so
this green one
tire seems fine on these.
These are 475s, and I'm keeping this one. This is my personal one. This is the first actual production part. So this one stays with me. But again, boom.
It's so slick, dude.
Click.
Honestly, anybody who's ever done this before, I can't wait for them to get their hands on one. And so these are about to, you can get them now on our pre-production versions, like assembled and painted. But what's going to happen is they'll be offered a couple different ways. You put together your own kit, so you'll get them in pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Assemble them, glue them together, and rock it. You paint it and finish it yourself.
With me having a little bit bigger print bed, to be able to print, I'm printing the Scouts off in two pieces. So I've got a glue joint at the back of the door at the seam.
Yep.
And glue that together, and then I glue the tub, flip that thing over and glue the tub in the bottom, and glue the steering wheel into the dash, and glue the dash in where it goes. And it's together for the most part, outside of the windows and gluing the roof on.
And the door cards. So what's cool about the interior rear tub and the door cards is they span the body itself glue joints, which just add another layer of security. Yeah, it's cool. Now my printer, I print him just one extra cut than he's got. So mine's cut at the back door, like he said, at the back of the door, like he said, but I'm also cut at the front panel line as well. But I'm right in the panel line of the door, and you wouldn't be able to see it.
You'll never see it. What I have here for production part is a dovetail right up here on the tip, and then obviously the same dovetail. You can see it through my hat right here on this edge.
Yep.
So in the way, I mean, it fits together really nice and snug. It's impressive what these printers will do. But yeah, it's just it is literally just a quick little press in, and it holds it.
Once I get what I do when I'm putting them together is I'll glue in that rear tub at the back and let it kind of fly at the front until I get the door cards in and locked in, connected like that. And then I jam it up against the body because it's got that stop where it rolls over on the body. It's perfect.
Yep.
Glue it, and then glue the bottom of the door cards too. Bro, it's so solid because that area, it's like a mending joint. It's like a mending plate where the exterior glue is. And we wrecked them hard. I wrecked so hard I broke the panhard mount the other day because I ran the white one with the super fast transmission. Ellie hit a rock, like a big one. They don't move.
Hard.
With his production version. And these things got the super slick. The way they break away is so fantastic because that front clip is a tension. And because we filled the space between the body doesn't take the abuse, the chassis does. So we created a bumper that's on all the space between the bumper and the chassis is filled up with solid material. So when you hit something, the chassis takes it, not the body. But what happens is the inertia moves the body forward on that spring-loaded clip, which takes it out of the groove in the back. So once you finally recover and the recoil of the crash is over, all you got to do is put your body back on and roll.
So what we did was we just extended the strengthener from the back of the bumper back to lay against the front of the cross member where you put your two bolts in to hold it in place. This thing is solid. This hit hard into that rock the other day, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad it did it. I'm glad it happened because, we're testing these things for, strength.
It's really slick, man. And the way that, and the thing is too, if we didn't do it this way, the body would take the abuse and you might break something. So this way, the body goes against the inertia, takes it on that flexible clip that we've got for the front, which brings the body forward, and then it comes out of the slot in the back. So because it's all the way forward out of the slot, and then when it recoils, it's off. You can crash really hard. All you got to do is put it back on.
Just reset it. Yeah.
Because I've done them. You've been doing the clips for a long time, but I've done a lot of hard mounts on the big ones, especially. And when you crash one of those, you might limp out of the woods, but you're gluing something or printing something off to fix it.
Yep.
Because I'm hard mounted in. So the way this breaks away was a happy, pleasant, super awesome surprise. Actually,
happy accident.
Perfect.
No accident, honestly.
And if we didn't have that bumper weight, he showed Beefcake, the body would have took it, which would have put all the load on our mounting mechanisms. So this keeps the load on the chassis. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I want to say it was by design, but you know how it goes.
Well, it was, but just subsequently.
It just works out because it's like, okay, the body, like Ryan said, it's like you hit something and the body comes forward just a little bit, and it's almost like a shock absorber.
We stopped when this happened. To kind of cipher what was going on, and we're both like, there's no revision necessary.
No.
Because you hit a boulder, brother, that didn't move at all. I am not mad that the body came off and nothing broke.
But you would never know the body was off of it.
In regular rollovers and hill climbs and you topple over and stuff like that, they never came off.
Right. Exactly. Like Dirty Thirds, what's up? Did you say Rackham? What's up, everybody? So yeah, we're talking about tiny toy trucks, Scouts tonight. We're pretty pumped about it because we're finally at the point where we're ready to start producing these and putting them on a website. And that's number one. Number two's well underway, and number three is actually
well underway. And we've been so excited about the hardcore design challenges that I feel like we got to maybe do the marker lights
on the Scout.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, bro. I mean, these I bought. Man, where's all the sand come from? I bought those marker lights. If you put lights in there, those are just like trailer marker lights, 1/10 scale trailer marker lights, and they fit perfect on there. Perfect. You've seen those,
but
right?
you got to go buy some rando stuff at Amazon. We have the lenses. The thing is that we have the lenses for it, but they're not really made to house lights for real. And so maybe they should be.
Right.
Now I put lights on mine, but I did a lot of messing around to do it.
Yeah.
I used the soldering iron and cut that hole out and put the lens on and blah blah.
Yeah, there's no lights on any of mine that I've made so far. Yeah. So yeah. Hoping by tomorrow at this time we'll have number 2 fitted up and I'll know where I sit with that one. And number 3 is a lot closer than I thought.
Nice. Mounting is only one part of the problem. What's a good controller that runs a proper drag, brake, light, and reverse and signals hazards on an aux? I don't mess with that ever. So you've got to have a good light controller that's going to do it. Has to be a signal wire kind of setup where it's not just black and reds. I always just use the axial lights, and I've been buying the CJ7 lights, but they're never wide enough. I got to stretch them out. So I bought the SR5 lights. They're actually a different part number. They should be here tomorrow or the next day because you get white, red, and the orange, the ambers. So I'm going to see if those work without me having to stretch out the wire, I'll be happy.
Ryan, does FMS sell that light controller module?
Their stuff is weird, bro. Their light controller that's on that LC80, it only works with their receiver, because when I put a different system and receiver in the LC80, I couldn't use their lights.
Oh, okay.
So
interesting.
And that's a thing if you look it up. So, but they're out there. I don't want to see turns. Personally, we're turning all the time. I don't want to see it turn. I don't want the signals to come on.
Blinker fluid.
You'll run out of blinker fluid. And I never want to see them flashing. So I just am happy with on. And I've done some light controllers before. If you go to Boom Racing, they've got a killer setup and multiple options for the flashing or whatnot. And you can do it. And also on the cheap, look at the light kits Red Cat sells for the Gen 8, dude. It's like less than $20 and it does a ton. It does a ton. And I've used them in things. I never ask them to do any of the flashing. I just get set up and I'm usually happy with it.
Tamiya.
Yeah, that's cool, man. There's always a way to do it. I've had charts with turn signals, and I always make it go away. I don't want it. They'd be on all the time.
It's like when your seatbelt isn't clicked in on your truck and the chime.
Yeah, it just won't shut up.
If I decide to buy this Tacoma, I leased it just because of work and whatever. If I buy it, that's going to be the first thing that I'm going to find the wire to that or the actual chime unit itself, and it's going to go in the river.
That's funny. Figure it out. Pull the fuse.
Well, there's that. But then when you pull the fuse for that, it's going to like kill something else probably too with it.
Yeah, your heated steering wheel, you might lose.
Yeah, I got to have heated steering wheel. Come on.
Come on. How soft. If you ever wanted an indicator of who's going to win, the society that's got heated seats and hand warmers on their steering wheel probably be the first ones to go.
I don't know, man. I don't think so. Not this camp. Not this guy. But I do like my heated steering wheel.
Do you really?
Yep.
Man.
Just for about 20 seconds. Then I shut it back off. It's fantastic.
Talk about mo money, mo problems. I mean, like, so much stuff that can go wrong. With all that extra baloney, dude.
It's like you giving me shit about my Lincoln, man, when I had that.
You can't get out without a retina scan. I mean, I'm going to burn alive in this thing. There's no handles.
Just like Dirty Third said. Did somebody say rectum? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So you got your video done or almost done, or was that just a snippet of it?
It's like a 5-minute deal. I'm not really ready to go hard until I'm into production version.
Gotcha.
I want to show the kit. I want to show the things that make it what it is.
We got to do a build, you know.
I think we need to
do a build.
And honestly, little manual PDF.
Yeah, well,
GPT one night.
One of these days soon, I'm gonna have to get in my heated steering wheel SR5 Toyota and go over to Ryan's house for the live show so we can do a build together.
That'd be awesome. I got glue coming. I got some new I got another sheet of Lexan. I got thinner this time.
So that's why I was gonna come over and you got all excited.
Let's see if the silver works. Yes. I think I got the temperatures dialed in. I think I realized that changing the speed, changing the temp, and here's the problem. The Pet G had 2 profiles. Because the one Pet G had actually the brand name was there in the software, so I could actually for real select it. And the other one was generic. They may have had different temps. The settings now are the same.
Gotcha.
No matter what it's called. I changed it, set it up, synchronized it. Everything knows what's up. Cool. And I slowed it down and heated it up and opened the door. So far, it's looking fantastic, dude. This red clear prints off like candy. You want to suck it like a cinnamon hottie.
Dude, fill the plate and run it.
I got 12 burning right now.
Ah, that's nice. Do another 12.
I will. I just wanted 2 at a time. You know what happens is, what's interesting, guys that aren't doing any of this AMS stuff. There's waste because the filament has to purge itself in between certain layers. The waste is the same whether I print 2 or 24.
Right.
Because the purge flushing the filament is the same between the layers.
Right.
Now, I'm going to burn through more filament on the items themselves, but that's not a waste. And because you're making something. But yeah, it's kind of interesting to know, like, once you get it to work and you know it works, yeah, I'm going to have a candy dish full of these lenses, bro. And we'll have them for the scouts.
Document the hell out of what your temps are and feeds and everything else.
Well, the projects save, which is cool.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, and I took a screenshot of the settings recommendations I got online that I put in as well.
What's up, Corey? Dude, you know what? I'm sorry, brother. I just literally, when you said that, I was like, yeah, he did text me. Sorry, it's been an absolute craziness around here.
We had a impromptu Tuesday run. It's been 180 degrees around here.
It's so hot the PLA melts.
I'm about to set up a body made in PETG and a body made in PLA on a time lapse outside in the sun and see if people are actually talking out the side of their face or not. I have no problem with PLA so far.
I haven't had any problems either, honestly. And this temperature we got right now outside is a great time to do it. I had a big chunk of like the big SCX6 Blazer hood. You remember that? And I took it outside and set it out in the hot sun on a Saturday afternoon. It was, pretty close to what it is right now, low 90s. And like within the first 15 minutes, it sagged in the center. Yeah. But it only went so far and then stopped. I left it lay out there all afternoon.
And it was black too.
Oh yeah, it was black. Absolutely. Yep. But now the other weird thing is I made pier post cut caps out of black PLA. I just threw them on Fusion real quick and designed them up, went out and put those on. Dude, those things are like the day they printed off, and they've been on there for, I don't know, a year.
That's crazy. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's hot, Corey.
It seems to be the consensus, that stuff will go, but it hadn't gone for me. And after our run Tuesday, I left the red one and the white one in my hot garage for like a day and a half, and they're fine.
I would be curious to know, like, that's PLA, the Blazer that's made for the Jimny chassis.
Yeah.
With the amount of paint and clear coat and stuff I got on that, I'd be curious to know what a painted part does versus just, because your paint's going to reflect, depending on what color it is.
Yes.
Is going to reflect some of that.
I think the paint has to help a little.
And I think it has to help protect the actual material underneath.
I think so too. I think so too, brother.
So Corey, I got my first build kit, Ryan, but it's the Mojave build kit. Nice.
There's the orange, dude, for the markers.
Did you see nice. Did you see Corey's comment? He got a
dude.
Mojave build kit.
That's awesome. I'm gonna try the same thing on this. Oh my gosh. So to set up the AMS, there's all kinds of ways to you basically paint the shapes you want, whatever color. Right?
Okay.
And there's multiple ways to paint it. Well, I watched one video 5 times and now I can do it. So you can turn on, if you don't know what you're doing, you'll be one little triangle at a time messing around. But if you hit this one button and then you scroll the thing over to 25, it finds the line or the cutoff.
It's like the mesh. It finds the mesh for that.
Dude, yep. I can just hit a face and it will do that. And then, so like with the bezel and the bucket on this rear one, I'm tapping the bottom face, the inside face, the side walls red, and the silver. Then I click the other filament color, and then I click the silver on the bezel part and the little tiny nuts that are on it, and it's done. I mean, it's like there's a bunch of different ways you can do it, but that is by far the easiest way. And you turn up that tolerance so it grabs the line, even if it's kind of a nebulous, kind of soft line, it'll grab it. And of course, you can zoom it in and see what you're doing. And you have to really be careful, because what'll happen on the bottom edge of this, if you don't click the bottom edge, it'll try to do it silver or whatever the default filament is. And then one little layer line on a corner or something would be silver. So you got to blow it up so you can see it, make all that go away, and rock it. And by far, this has been the best adhesion I've had. And the less you ask it to do, the quicker and more efficient it will do it. So I'm like, go ahead and print the majority of this in red because I'll never burn through that whole roll, you know.
Right.
Go ahead and burn it up in the red and then just do the silver, which I'll use for more things. Just do the silver for the bezel. I got 100%. They're so tiny. I'm 100% infill. Because, yeah, because some of my first ones, the bezel didn't. You could click it right off.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so I'm like, I got the heats all on the same page now. 100% infill. This is a tried and true one that works. It's the right size now too, where it fits in there with a little tension. And
cool.
I'm actually printing with supports. So the middle is supported and the bezel is. So when it's done, they are okay. I printed a couple that I did not like at all.
I need to look and see if I think they make an AMS system for my K1 Max. K1 Max.
But I'm going to do the same thing on these orange marker lights where there's a little ring that's to emulate the bezel, right? And I'm gonna tap it and make it silver. Print the whole thing orange except for the ring around the
bezel. Yep.
Yeah, bro.
Absolutely.
Because I've been hand painting them, and that's fine. But if we're in production, let's print a couple plates off.
Yeah, so, absolutely,
dude. Let me get the marker lights and the front figured out, and we're signed, sealed, delivered on the production Scout.
Yeah, I'd say so. The Scout is pretty much good to go. And honestly, like I said, after I printed off the first half of body number 2, I sent you pictures. I may make just a minor adjustment on the clip on the front, just a hair forward to push that body back a little bit.
Yeah, something wasn't right on the rear arch.
So I think I need to move that clip forward a little bit to make up for get that arch centered up. But I'm gonna wait until I get the back half done and glue it together and put it on just to see where it ends up at. Yep. But it's close.
Yeah. I noticed it wasn't quite. It seemed just it was close. It was very close at the back.
Mean, just by putting it on the chassis and fitting it on there versus reality. You know, reality is always different than what's in CAD. Everybody knows. I mean, it's sometimes very difficult, especially
how wide is that one?
It is just shy of 9 inches wide total.
How much did the tire stick out?
About between 1/4 and 3/8 of an inch on each side.
With deep dish on there?
No. With these tires that I just showed you that's on the Scout right now, and they're like more like a normal depth of rim. And it covered up more of the tire than what the Scout does.
So that's what makes me think if it needs to be shrunk down, it's not going to hurt anything.
It's not. I don't think it's going to need to be shrunk down. I think that one's dead on. Number 3, I don't know which one you're looking at. Are you looking at this one? That one, yes, needs to be shrunk down. The 250, no. I'm talking about the 250, bro.
Right on. I haven't seen that.
So that's number 2, like we talked about. That's number 2. No, I sent you pictures of that, the front end on.
Yeah, not the back though.
Yeah, well, because I don't have the back done yet, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think number 2 is going to be pretty much about there.
You're in that picture. The clip is on there.
Yep, it is clipped in. So I think I'm not going to do anything until I get the back done and glue it together.
Yes.
And see what happens with the whole thing, because it might put it in perspective, right?
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, then I'll move that clip forward a little bit to get.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense to mess with it until you see the back on it.
Exactly. Yep.
But that's awfully close. Dude, let me see if my
awfully close, man. What are you doing?
See if my print's done. I could just look over there, but I'm on the app. It's not done.
It's not
Here's
done.
what I've learned, though. If
Hey, Corey, hang on. Corey, we'll see you later, man.
See you, brother.
Yeah. Hit me up whenever. Yep, I will do that, brother. I'm sorry, it's just been stupid busy here lately, but I will reach out, man, for sure. Yep.
It's not enough to hear it working. You got to see it. So, because you know how it'll print when nothing's happening? Like no filament's coming out, but it thinks it is. And so it'll go.
Yep.
I go over there and I take a peek and I see it flushing the color. I'm like, awesome. If filament's coming out the hot end, I won. I have been into the hot end so much this last few days. I actually changed it back to my original one. But I have got this down to a science getting it out. And I learned a new trick too. They call it a cold flush or something weird, where they're telling you can dial in the nozzle on the machine, right? And then push the filament through like you always talk about with the stick.
Yep.
By the time this is fouled up, though, it's not just the hot end. It's the hot end and the extruder. And in the extruder and the gearing and the feed, you can't heat that part up. So if it's fouled up there, it is what it is.
You got to take the rollers out, the feed rollers, and
take the hot end out and the extruder every time. And
you know what bamboo needs to clean out that material out of that extruder? They need a bamboo skewer.
What it should do is flush it every time. It should cut it, flush it every time at the end of your print. And because it's already hot and ready to go. Right. Instead of at the beginning, it's going to do it, I think is when it's doing it.
Well, there you go, man. You need to start sending these ideas to Bambi Boo Boo.
But I got it figured out, man. What you do is you got a little drill bit and you got a bunch of stuff clogged up in here. Even if you push something through the skinny end, it's not strong enough to push it out. So I heat up a drill bit, turn it into the filament a little bit, and let it kind of cool.
Cool down, yep.
Heat up the hot end flame.
And pull out what you can.
250, baby. 250 years.
250.
So, and then you get your drill bit and you can feel if it's moving or not. And you can pull. I have all these crazy little long pull out chunks of filament laying around. So I am an absolute master at fixing these right now.
Clearing it out.
5 minutes. I can do it in 5 minutes now.
That's awesome. And for everybody here watching, I'm going to show you guys a picture. It's on my phone right now. So for those of you who watch our videos and you've seen lately that Ryan has to always show up with a Starbucks, and half the time it gets knocked over, it gets dumped, or he kicks it with his foot or something. I am making Ryan.
How does that mount?
Well, I'm gonna cut it. I already did slice it where the little hole's at. That goes.
I got it.
That goes around right at the where the tripod end is, where we hold on to those things, and it's got the taper on the inside. Because I actually, when I Googled, I was like, what's the diameter of a Starbucks venti coffee cup? They gave me, I think it was like 3 1/4 or 3.3 at the top and 2.5 at the bottom. So I'm like, Sweet. So I should be able to. We should be able to give you about 2 inches or 2.5 inches of a coffee cup standing up above the ring.
So most of it's down in it, and then about that much sticking out.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be perfect for you.
Awesome.
So we're gonna have coffee cup holders for our Jimmy sticks.
I'll figure out how to do text. We'll market these selfie stick coffee cup holders.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, last time I brought a glass, I didn't because I had a ride, so I didn't have time to get it. Rafi, what are you doing? Oh, no. Get out of here! To be acknowledged. Hi, I love you. See
hey,
pictures I sent you today?
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Did you ask him how he hijacked my phone number to send me a bunch?
I told you.
You did?
I told you, right?
No.
Yeah, I did. You don't listen. You had a beer since then. You don't remember.
Did you tell me verbally or did you text it to me?
I don't remember.
I don't remember you telling me. I would have remembered that.
I know why, though, now.
He hijacked your numbers?
No, he didn't hack into the mainframe. We had to come up with a list of numbers.
Some little kid left his phone in our front yard. And I tried to like get into it, and I signed him out.
Dude, for a minute, I literally thought he hacked in. He got into my contact list.
That's why I showed your dad the other day. I was like, "Hey, what's up with this?" He's like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, Dad got one too. And I low key, not low key, like legit. I did not
high key.
Yeah, I did not know. I could not remember how that happened.
Nice.
I think we're at 400.
Yep.
Right now.
He's done all right.
Sweet.
I need to get to 600 though. So
20 more days left.
Bro, if I could sell some RC car
brother,
bodies.
I'm trying to raise my own money, G. He's killing it, man. Lacrosse, football practice, football camp.
I hate football.
Shut your face. You gotta do it this year.
Front door, man.
This kid, man, I'm telling you, if you were him, if you could have a day to go back in time and you were in his shoes, you'd be pretty happy with things. But of course, when you're in it, I think you take it for granted. How many of us sat on the bench at sports? I did some, and sometimes I didn't. But
yep.
I spend enough time on the bench, I know what it's like. This kid plays both sides of the ball all the time, no matter what sport it is. He doesn't know how good he has it. The kid's not in high school yet and, like, got recruited. Got a scholarship for, like, almost high school.
No, that's cool, man.
Sports. Like, come on, bro. You got it made. The whole community loves you. And you play hard and well, and everybody likes to watch you. So
it's awesome. I
don't take it for granted, brother, because one day you'll get old and fat, and you'll wish you could even handle half hour of that kind of activity.
I'm already there, dude. That's why we like trailing with crawlers.
Well, you wouldn't be chasing behind a basher, you know what I mean?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Why do you think Kirk's got that little stupid ass boat that he's got? I mean, it's cool
to take a break.
It's fun, but yeah, it's kind of slow yet. It's all good.
Good.
Looking good in the hood.
And it's still purging filament.
Nah, what I was gonna say, Ryan, regards to Rafe and his stuff, I miss riding my bike around the neighborhood with all the kids in the late 80s, listening to 80s music, hanging out.
Oh my gosh.
And being at home when the streetlights come on so you don't get your butt beat,
Dude.
With no cell phones.
It was different, man. Like, he had two of his buddies over here today. And we run all over town he's not the only one. You know, I got a little girl at most times around here, and then a like teenager girl and teenager boy. They got friends. And in this town, everything's at least 20 minutes away. Like I had to ride my bike everywhere, you know, or walk.
Yep.
But these kids always need a ride.
Right.
And we're always giving them a ride. Here's the deal. He's got 2 boys over besides himself. And he wants to go back to one of the boys' house half hour away because it sucks here. Hey, there's a pool across the street.
Yeah.
And a basketball goal in the driveway.
And a shit ton of RCs.
Plant your ass somewhere in the basement, you can. What more do you need, bro?
Right. Or there's a bunch of RC trucks.
You ain't touching my trucks.
That's the best. You know what? That'd be the best test for the scouts. Let a few teenage boys take them out and just rip them. Nice.
Bro, that was the ticket.
How many are there? You said 12?
12.
Dude, load it up. Put 40 or 50 on there.
I'm probably just going to do 12 more because that works. I'm not going to change a thing. I could clone a few more. Hey, but dude, I made those changes. I opened the door and I printed more than 2 at a time. I think it got.
It's all better now.
I am so pumped, and it didn't screw up the fidelity. Like I had some where it's hard to tell, but the contour of the iconic international business, it's hard to see, but it's there in the middle like a nipple.
Yeah, I see it. Yep.
Focus.
I saw it. Right.
I'm still
there.
pumped.
You can see him, yeah. Sweet. Awesome.
And then so there's some poops, you know, those little curly cues, and then that's the little flush tower.
Doodah.
Where it flushes the stuff off.
See where we've come with this 3D printing thing since we started?
Crazy.
Dude, I thought I was doing big things with that Ender 3. Printing out SC, my first 2 or 3.
You were. I thought you were nuts doing an SCX6.
I think the first 4 actually, I printed out of the SCX6 bodies. I printed them on my Ender 3 or on my Ender 3.
On the little job?
Yeah, it was like one door of my big Blazer body. Well, I did 2 doors. I could do 2 doors on it.
I am so pumped about these. Bro, I've been reluctant to glue any into my yellow one that I got going because I want to be able to make sure I like it for real.
Yep.
That's what we're doing right now.
Nice. Sitting here looking at all my stuff behind me. I have to make time. And I'll probably, this weekend I'll make time because it's supposed to rain all damn weekend.
I think I might be out of town again.
I'm going to take pictures of a lot of these SCX6 bodies I've got and send them either your way or do a crash course on what I need to do to put those on the Shopify. I'm going to put a bunch of them on there for the 6s.
Might as well.
The dog truck's going to go on there.
Might as well. And I would post them up on Facebook too, like Marketplace.
Yeah. Yep. Yes.
I don't know if I needed supports, but I did them. Because I did have a little problem with the lenses sometimes that in the middle had nothing to support it.
You're better off to put supports on an overhang like that. Otherwise, it could go spaghetti on you.
Another thing I've learned while I've been doing this is about the overhangs and the plateaus. Every now, like the only one little thing that bothers me about 55 degrees on the roof is a couple of the lines around the weather seal on the back window. It's an overhang.
Right?
I can, probably you can. We have the ability to slow it down at those areas so it prints better when it's defying gravity.
Yeah, you can go on the slide, like on the Creality software. The slider that shows you your layers, you can go in and actually right click and adjust the parameters on that.
And what's crazy to me is like, okay, I hit the ground running with this bamboo. I didn't know anything except how to drag it in and go for it, right?
Yep.
And it worked, still works fantastically that way.
Yep.
But this other stuff that is also available to do, I'm just now using the AMS, bro.
No, I get it. And I've got a lot of features on mine too that I don't use. I never knew that I could do a dovetail until you said something to me about it,
Chris
no.
told us.
No, it wasn't Chris. No, it was Keith. Keith told me about it. And I'm like, what? And so he told me where to go, and I found that dovetail, and I'm like, dude, that's the legit
bro. Look at that.
Knees. Looks good, man.
It doesn't show up good here, but
so get the headlight bezel done. We got buys to sell, brother. Let's go. You can start when you get done with the headlight one, then you can go to our number 2. The number 2 one.
I got to do the headlights and the marker lights, and then I'll move to the next one.
Yep.
Because I don't mind ganging them up. Once I get it figured out, I'll print these AMS style and feed them to you. That way, we got all the same.
That's
icing
cool.
on the cake.
Yep. Yes.
I'm just going to clean up 2 of these right now because I want to put them in the yellow one to see.
They're said, cover your face. We can see the lights.
Well, yeah, he's right because it wants to focus on your face.
Yep.
I'll try again.
If I could stay off the boat and out of the sun, I'd probably be a little bit washed out too.
Good. You got to have the support. I don't want it, but you got to have it.
No, you do, especially when it's that thin in there. You got to have that because you'll spaghetti that stuff. You'll spaghetti it. Hey, I'm gonna go make me a cup of coffee. Need anything?
Yeah, cream, dude. I haven't had any all day. I'm drinking it black. I'll never get to sleep.
What? Dude, I drink black all the time.
Ugh.
Hey, but at least it's not Folgers in my cup.
True that.
Oh, it looks good, man. Can you airmail me a couple sets of those?
I just can't get it to focus, but yeah, looks good.
Airmail it. Coffee time. Excellent.
They're little. It's hard to hold them to pop out the light. Yeah, these are cool, man. And honestly, you don't have to take the support out in the middle unless you want to put a bulb in it. So cool. So cool. I may have to play with the supports on it, though. So it's easier to get out. That's kind of tough. So yeah, last year we did the same thing where we managed to take a day off in the middle of the week. And I'm not one of those guys that has to have his birthday off. But since I can now, I do. I've always had jobs where I couldn't, and now I can. And so I do. So 2 years in a row now, we've managed to get out in the middle of the week. Next year, it'll be a Wednesday instead of a Tuesday. There we go. Finally. I'm going to pop these in the yellow rig. Let's see how this did. Orange clear for the markers. That filament's going to last forever. On small stuff like that, dude, I've had the clear PET G since I started doing this. And I always print off all my lenses that way and then just paint them red or orange. I thought it makes sense that we do this since we're in production.
Totally makes sense.
So here's a set that I printed off differently. I'm just going to say print again.
There you go. That's the spirit.
Yeah, I don't need to mess
Well, you know,
other than that.
Seems how you got it all set up, might as well.
Instead of dialing it in, I'll just print another 12. That's fine.
How long does it take to print 12 of those?
Less than an hour.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Nice.
So these lenses I printed differently, and they turned out really dark. I don't like these. They look good from where you're at probably, but I don't like them. It lost the fidelity on the red part. I just don't like it.
Hold that body up. I want to see the color of that. So what color is that?
It's yellow.
I understand that. But what color yellow is it?
It's Bauhaus yellow and marigold gold. And a little bit of orangey rust spray from afar.
Bauhaus?
Yeah, I think so.
For real? Where do you get these weird colors from?
Same place you get yours.
Nah, come on. Well then your bounce house has got better colors than what my bounce house does. Because I've never seen.
I'll get them. They're right there. I'll show you in a minute.
Oh wow, Chickawawa yellow before, or whatever the hell you just said.
I had it left over because I ran out of my other yellow. But
is that what you used on the Snowstar?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought don't you have that marigold or that sunset, whatever it is?
Yeah, this is two different yellows and a little bit of orange on this. I'll go get the paint colors so you know what they're called. They're right outside.
Nah, it's okay. It's fine.
No, I want to know now.
Nah, it's okay. I get it.
Bro.
What's up, Vaughn? Vaughn says, I'm a big proponent of yellow. Yeah, I like yellow. I love the yellow stuff.
Yellow's easy to get wrong, but yeah, a right yellow is dynamite. Dynamite.
Dino.
So this is basically a production one, except I forgot to do the file with the fused in bumper. So I glued my bumper on. Bro, did I lose one of these? Where'd it go, bro? There it is. Oh my gosh, that fits perfect, dude. There's a little bit of tension on it, but it's not like you got to force it hard.
Sweet.
This one was a little jagged.
Sorry if you can hear my printer running in the background. I got the lid on it tonight. I was like, oh, I should put the lid on there. It's probably melting the plastic, the plastic shroud that goes into the top of the head. It does that. It creates so much heat and friction against the glass top.
Dude, I wore through one of my tubes on glass.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's like, why in the heck don't you guys design a printer with a little bit taller top on it so that way we're not having to burn through the tubes? Snap, crackle, and pop,
bro.
Let's see. You got that. You should put that body on the chassis.
Come on.
Yeah, it looks good, man.
They got to be recessed like that. That's the way.
I know, man. Yeah, this killer. Good job. Good job, Ryan.
All right, let me get we'll put it on a truck. Hold on.
Yeah. What's up, flopping? I'm right there with you. Dude, it's like 92 or 93 right now outside. It's crazy. Absolute heat wave. We went crawling in this crap yesterday morning for Ryan's birthday. We went to 2 different places.
All right, bro. So this is my favorite, the gloss marigold.
Holy shit, 5'8" and 142. Flopping.
This is the best one. Marigold.
Yeah. Yep.
But this is Bauhaus gold. It's not too bad, but this one's better.
He didn't say, did you say Dollhouse or Bauhaus?
Bauhaus. Like the band, bro.
You always give me shit about the colors I pick out.
Bauhaus is cool, bro. That's like an old band and stuff.
Bauhaus.
Don,
there you are. What's up, man? Did you get that steering wheel all done, brother?
All right, let's put it on the broken panhard jobber. Come on, bro. With the Mickeys, this thing looks killer.
I love those Mickeys. I'm sure everybody else is too because they freaking come out of stock.
They're always
in no time.
They are always gone, dude.
It's crazy.
Okay, I didn't put the pin in it, so it's easy.
Bauhaus style watches are a thing too. Huh? Never heard of them.
So the only thing I got to change here is take off this bumper deal and put yours in.
The bumper. Did you print? You printed the new one, the upgraded one?
Yeah.
So Ryan, I think I'm gonna probably do that to number 2 body as well because it's right in alignment. It just makes sense.
Well,
to make them all in unison.
It does make sense for multiple reasons.
Well, yeah, from what we learned yesterday.
Aesthetics, strength, the whole thing.
Yep.
So you don't have to get a whole new axle housing when you break that panhard mount on the axle. It's just
really?
Yeah, it's just a C-hub deal. It's just a hub and then the panhard.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Bro. That is cool.
Bauhaus does a transfer case mount for the TF2.
There it is.
Clickety click.
Bro, come on. I got to work out the lenses on the front, but
I love the sweet sound of the click.
Come on, bro.
Looks good. Yep. Looks good. We got a winner there, brother.
We do. And man, like I said in that video that I don't know if I'll put it out or not, but if you want scale, but you want performance as well, the approach and departure on these, you can't beat it.
Right. Yeah, man, I do love that sound.
On a truck or a box back rig, like whatever, you can't beat that approach and departure. Click. You and I both have made really cool rigs, but then, man, that back end is a mile long or whatever,
Yep.
Come on.
Bauhaus is a German tool brand also.
This.
Nice.
Check this out, buddy. You ready?
Bring it.
All right. It's a truck.
It's a truck. It's a plane. Let's put some wings on these. It's a box back.
Get out of town, bro.
I love that box. Dude, you need to finish that one with the box back on it.
I'm saving this box back because I can't print it in full piece.
Well,
I'm saving it for production.
You can you need another one, I can print another one. I mean, they're about 6.5 or 7 hours to print one of those on my rig.
I'll just save it.
I think the white and the yellow on that goes as good as the green. The green and the white on this one.
Here's my thing. You got my Origin Classic, and I already got a Scout with a yellow box back. So like this one probably won't be that.
Okay. I know you're a little bit partial to the pickup truck version.
Well, dude, I already got 2 yellow box backs with a white roof. This makes 3. So boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah, man.
Truck. There it is.
Like I said, Ryan, what I would like to do is come up with, and it doesn't have to be, we don't have to use the round magnets. We could, you can buy the magnets that are, rectangle shaped and come up with a magnetic mount for these so that you can put the pickup truck cap on it, or you can run it with the box back without gluing the dang things on. I don't know why we wouldn't do it.
You don't have a lot of opportunity on the front pillars to put anything on there to capture magnets or metal. If you did a cage, you would.
There's plenty of room to put magnet mounts on those.
On the window frame?
For the roof. Yeah. Yep. Just use some real thin, long bar magnet. Yep. There's enough room there to add that into that. where your roof line comes down to the top of your windshield frame. Yeah, you could just, it's super thin magnet right across there on the back side of that window frame. Absolutely. There and then there and down right behind the back of the seat. For both of them.
On the back of the seat or that center divider, but if you're doing it on the
anywhere there, yeah.
If you're doing it on the full box back, it'll be on the body back there. You got definitely a lot of opportunity there. In the front, you can always make it work, but you'll have to add some stuff. I mean, if anything, I kind of would like to. It's hard to keep it scale and still do it though, but like those windows frames are skinny.
Yeah, they are. And when I was looking at the magnets for the Tahoe, I was knee deep in Magnetville on Amazon. Yeah. And it's endless for different size magnets and whatever you want. So a really thin, long one all the way across the roof line at the back of that. We can talk about this offline. We can work this out.
Here's my thing about magnets. They're always working, depending on how you design the mounts for them. They're always working against whatever's holding them where they're at. So, like if you glue them on and they're together, they're generally always working against the thing that's holding them on. So they got to slide into something almost. There's a catch, a physical catch, a groove to slide it in, and then you glue it. Right, just to keep it from coming out, but the plastic captures it. Like even those Rock Techs, those magnets are just in cups, and it's all the time coupled, so it's working against it.
Right.
If it slid into a thing, you know how those little tiny lithium batteries always have a little cradle?
Yep.
If it's a cradle for the magnets, like you would see on a lithium battery, plastic, nothing big deal. Just the little fins, whatever. A lot of these magnets are so strong you don't need full contact. You just need the action.
Just put a thin layer of plastic in between them.
Yeah,
like what we're talking about, you know. Like it'd be nice to be able to, like, these round ones that I made for the Tahoe. What I should have done was put a pause in that print
and put them in,
and then just went ahead and just went right over the top of them and encased them in, and that would have got rid of some of the strength out of these too, the real big ones,
right? Because they're so strong. And that's what I'm saying. You can afford to lose some of that with the plastic that holds it in. And I think in this case, what we're talking about, you wouldn't have to pause it to put them in. Create it where you can slide them in after, and they just stay.
Right. Aunt Mo, I'm usually not really up for trades. What have you got?
I got so many trucks. I don't need any more. It depends what it is, I guess.
Well, that's why I was asking. Like, well, you know, what do you got, or what do you want to trade, or what are you thinking? Maybe put a lip on the front window frame and catch on the roof. Yeah, this actually, these roofs on this model actually do have almost like it's not really a clip, but it's a locate leg on, you know, all the way around on that. Oh, we'll play with that, you know. We'll see. I think it'd be cool to be able to switch from box back to pickup style.
It would be. Here's my concern. If you go from box back to truck, are you going to see something ugly on the back?
At the tailgate?
Yeah.
Not if you put the magnet in encase it in a plastic sleeve of some sort. You know, it doesn't have to be much. What's up, Brandon? We'll talk about it. We're usually here brainstorming for 3 hours after the show's over, anyways.
Dude, I haven't had one spare minute. Is that printing or not? I need to double check it.
It's gonna be printing dead air. Hope not.
I didn't hit the print button. You know how it's like everything where once the real, like when you're trying to delete a photo and it asks you 5 times if you really mean it.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see if you can do it on the way that both find acceptable. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, we're quite a team, I gotta say, because there's something about collaboration and competitiveness that go hand in hand, and it works out really well.
Well, I'm actually, like I said, I'm enjoying learning, you know, Fusion, and I went far enough into it now that I have to pay for a subscription. You know, I got deep enough into Fusion. I'm like, okay, I'm getting somewhere, because now I want some buttons that aren't available. So now I got to buy the dang thing. Could do a hole in the bed rail for the magnet and paint over it, or thin plastic to cover it. So yeah, you know, there's quite a few. There's options for, you know, if we decide to do it, you know. I mean, right now I'm just happy to have the damn thing so that you and I both can print them. They're the same. They'll fit on these various chassis that we've talked about.
Yeah.
And we're really close to having body number 2 and body number 3.
You know what we need before you know what we need before you really go all in on the magnets is to get his modernized Scout version with the cage. Because the cage, I guarantee, is going to have spots where it mounts in on that seat deck in the back, I bet. You see where I'm going? Those spots could be multi-purpose.
Yep, absolutely.
So I think the seats is a good spot to hide it without having to mess with the top rail of that beautiful body.
Oh, yeah. Maybe. Yep. Aunt Mo.
All right. Down with posts on the box back to get down to the seat.
Yeah.
And if it's a strong enough magnet, Kelly, check this out. All you got to do is have a little ring on the bottom of that seat that you know where to put the magnet. It could be under the body on the body side and then in a column or something on the box back.
Yep. I think am I froze up?
Yeah.
Gotta love in Xfinity. I'm starting to feel like Josh. So Aunt Mo has a Basecamp 10.3. We'll send pics roller.
Dude, all he needs is our the Coyote cross member front and rear bumper mounts, and he could throw one of these bodies on there.
Yep.
Don't need to trade at all.
Right.
Keep it.
Yeah.
Keep it and get a body, bro, and I'll give you the part number on the mounts you need because that's easy. Because the Basecamp for sure works with our stuff because it's the same chassis rail system like the new 10.3 and the Coyote. But the CJ7s and the early Broncos are a little bit different. We still got to suss that out. We need to suss that out so we can get Kirk one.
Yeah, I mentioned that to Kirk this morning about all that. So he said, let us know.
We need to figure that out anyway, eventually.
Bro, what I need to do is get out of this show and come back in. For some reason, I'm locked up tight, and I don't know why.
I'll invite you again.
No, I should be able to join right back into the same one.
Oh, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'll be right back, guys.
All right, then. Dude, let me find that part number for you while we're doing this. Let's see. This will be easy. Okay, there he is. Motown Philly back again.
Maybe. Well, I may have to use my Mac. That's all right.
There it is.
Something's wrong with my other camera for some reason. Might have been I dropped it earlier.
Oh. So I'm looking at the mounts that is needed here on the Coyote parts list. Right there, dude. $13.99. AXI 2997. Due in October.
You talking about the Coyote or the Basecamp?
Yeah, that's what he would need is the Coyote front bumper mounts, which come with the bumpers too.
Yeah.
And that we designed to that. So that's what you would need.
Yep. Oh, I think Bird just put it up there. AXI 2997.
Alpha.
X-ray. India.
Indigo, yeah.
India.
It depends which branch you're in. But the next thing, you went away when I was talking about this before, but if you already know you're not going to do lights, you don't need to remove. You don't have to remove the support in the center.
Perfect.
Yep.
Honestly, I like these without lights. You know, they're just. I like lights on the SCX6s.
I like lights.
You know, I do like lights, but you know, for a while there, we were doing Truckin' Tuesday evenings. you know, and we're, you know, in the fall, and we were going out and we were using flashlights and had all kinds of lights on our rigs, and it was a blast.
You know, the thing is, on my first one, I did lights, but I've got like 4 of them now, and I'm about to have 5 or whatever. So I'm not doing lights on every one of them.
Yep.
But my number 1 red one has them.
Right on. Aunt Mo, if you're gonna take and buy a set of those, the front and rear bumper mounts for that base camp, I'll make you a deal. This white pickup truck body I got up here that'll go on that, you pay the shipping and I'll ship it to you.
Oh, wow.
I'll send you the body and our mount that goes in the back. We need some publicity, guys, so I'll do that, dude. I'll send it your way. Show it to your friends. It's an ugly rig, but it bolts right. I mean, it just snaps right on, and it works great.
So guess what? So it's out of stock at Horizon, but it's in stock at A Main. Axie 2997. That's a nice rig.
Mo, find me on Facebook, brother. Send me a private message.
Yeah, dude, they got them at A Main. That mount that you need. It's nothing to put it on. It's the front and rear. After all this thinking we've done, we've landed on, I think, what's so the best, easy to repeat method.
It's so easy.
I love it, dude. We're pumped every time we're out there with them, man. I'm telling you.
Here you go, guys. There's that one.
So cool.
Get in there, buddy. See, it's going to be camera shy.
You got to stick your tongue out.
I got to stick my tongue. Oh, there's a reason why I can't put it on. Huh. You know why?
Bumpers.
The bumper.
Yep.
I'm my first 2. But if I didn't have the bumper mounted in this would just click right on. Yep. Sorry, I was going to show you, but nope, I'm not.
I had one of these outfitted with the Coyote bumper on it the other day. It works.
Clickety-doo-dah, guys. Aunt Mo, that'll give you a good reason to keep that base camp kit and run the body on it, man.
I am so tickled to have a handful of these lenses finally, brother. I got a pile of them cleaned off.
No, that's great. I'm glad you got that done because, I mean,
that was not easy.
Those needed to be refined, you know. Iterating and improving is a fun process, no substitute for what you learn by doing. Man, that's the truth.
That is the truth.
Ryan and I have, it's kind of comical because there's been times on like a Saturday afternoon, Ryan will call me and I answer and start talking to him, and my fiance gets up and goes in the other room and grabs a book. She's like, I'll see you in 2 hours. Because we get on the phone and start talking about this because we're really excited about what we're doing. And we're like, man, what if we did this? How do we work this out? What about this? What about that? And
right.
Dude, we play good cop, bad cop on the engineering part of it. And I always kind of jokingly say that Ryan has been the QC inspector on this whole thing, because I'll do something and I'll think that, you know, like, hey, this could just work perfect, and I send him a file and he'll print something and then he'll come back to me and it's like, okay, but
almost
okay, but we're close to being there. So it was finally nice. It was a blessing back a week ago when I showed him the last one, and I was like, what do you think? And he's like, I think we're there. So number 2 and number 3 bodies are right around the corner. It's gonna be great,
dude. And sometimes, listen, you gotta pick your battles, and we'll have discussions. And I was about an independent bumper from the get-go on the front, and I kind of wanted a derp system.
Yeah, no,
we did better than that. Like on the way to it, what we did was great, but sometimes you just got to let a guy try something. And so and it's all a lot of compromise. We're okay with the back bumper being fused on. It needs it for strength, but in the front, we're able to actually really make it so much better by doing it ourselves independently.
Mm-hmm.
And the fidelity of the bumper. So aesthetically also, there's multiple reasons why an independent bumper is so good. If you break something, it's probably going to be the bumper. Well, you don't have to replace the whole body now. And also, because it's independent, you get to print that bumper to the optimum layout on the bed for the fidelity. When you print it with the body, it's fine, but it could be better. So because you're always orienting these things for the optimum fidelity on the print. Well, what works for the body isn't what you would have done on the bumper if you had it by itself. Right. So it all ends up working out, man. It's so cool.
So, Aunt Mo, so you can see, and I'll explain why I just was going to put this white body on this chassis. It's got the bumper mounted into the actual chassis. There's no bumper on this one. So everybody's like, well, it should have fit. What's the deal? So the problem is the clip, the front mechanism, the clip mechanism that connects underneath that cross member is not long enough to accept this chassis with the external bumper on it.
Right.
So
yeah.
So if that makes sense, because this one, the green one, has the bumper in the bumper mounts on the actual chassis. It's got a longer clip mechanism inside of it that allows us to come up and get the right height above the bumper. Number one. Number two, what it does is it gets your body even with your boat side skid.
Because that was one of the final changes.
That was all Ryan. He's more aesthetically like aware of that stuff, and he's like, hey, we need to make some changes. So that's what we did. So
what happened was I finally got a production. I thought it was a production version, and I printed it off because my front ends, these are all iterations right now. My front end, I'm using our stock, mechanism on the back, but my front end, I've had to invent as I go because our clip wasn't low enough, and I solved the ride height problem right away with my one-off stuff I made. But the clip, if you clipped it on, the front end was like 10 millimeters too low, and then the rock rails didn't even up and stuff. So we were all right there thinking we're done. And I got mine clipped on, and I was like, we sat here, I think last week after the show, and I was like, 10 millimeters, bro.
Yep.
10 millimeters. And then he did some other tweaking too and made it better. And we agreed to make the bumper independent, and now it's fantastic. I printed off one of those bumpers at 15 infill, and it's still super strong, but production versions are like 70 infill, and they're ridiculous strong.
Yeah, I'm at 70 or 75%.
Dude, like my 15 is strong.
It's like a brick up there.
And let me show him one, bro, because
yeah, man, this green and white little guy, I'm keeping this for myself, honestly.
I think, dude, the more I keep making, I'm keeping the red one. Now it's not the only one. It's like I'll sell something else first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My red one.
Hey, we'll have to go on the Shopify site and put sold on the white one so nobody buys it. I gotta get that to Mo.
Okay, so I got a good example of this. So check this out, and this is iterative. So Now, this will tell the story a little bit, even though this is a back bumper. See how thin, I mean, this is why there's not much going on to hold the back bumper on. So we filled the gap with this to the body, and it's on there really good now. And you don't have these goofy standoffs that you got to glue on. But you can see how thin this bumper is. And that's how the front one was. And then we did an iteration where we beefed it up a little bit, added some beef in the pins. And then we got it right and really thickened it up and spread the load out. The bumper's fatter now all over. The load is spread out a bunch, and it's the perfect. There's no gaps.
That's not the final one, though.
It's probably not. The final one's on my yellow one, but this is like it.
The final one I added the width of the chassis rails and came all the way out, so that way then it's resting right against the front of the bulkhead.
I'll show you.
Yeah. So
here, this is basically a production one, except I glued the bumper on this one, but otherwise this is a production one. Clipped it right off. Now mine's going to fall apart because I'm not committing to the roof yet, but there's our clip mechanism that's got a standoff so it doesn't go down too far. It just holds it just right, man. Look at the tolerance.
So that plate that's there it's there for two reasons. Number one, like Ryan said, it doesn't allow the body to go up or down. It's locked really tight. It doesn't move at all. And then it just rests right in between the inside of the shock towers. So the bodies don't move at all on these side to side or up or down.
So yeah, that block he's talking about fits in between here too. So it doesn't move side to side and it doesn't go down too far either.
Yeah.
That's the new bumper he's talking about.
Yep.
All that beef has been filled up. It's so strong. And compare that to what we started with on the files from him, which is nothing. It's just for look.
Well, but just so we're not knocking on Andre,
well, his aren't made for RC.
These files are not made for RC, right? They're fireplace mantle little plastic toys. So we're working on creating an RC version of some of these files.
RC ready, dude.
Not only that, but we're making them modular so that you can pull one body off and you can put another body that we'll have 5 or 6 different bodies that you can just interchange on one chassis, and all you gotta do is change the front bumper. That's it.
And I'm back.
Michael Bird, yeah. Yep, you just take the clip and just give it just a little bit of a push back and it lifts right up, and then you lift the body right out forward.
So I'm gonna do it again. So I'm pushing back on our spring-loaded clip. It's sprung by its nature.
Mm-hmm.
And it's locked in side to side, and it can't go down any farther than it needs to. And so, okay, I'm pushing back on this, and then up with the front, and then now
forward.
The back pin, it's kind of like a dirt, but it's not. It's fixed. So you don't have to screw with the pin. You wouldn't have room to mess with a pin because of the body, see?
Right.
So Kelly did it this way. This was the compromise on that, because initially we're kind of talking derpish, but like I like this better. And so that back post slides into our groove Kelly designed that just goes in like a bumper would into the stock mount. And you have to use these mounts because if you look at a base camp mount, it sticks out behind the chassis rails where this is flush to it. And that's what we designed to. And on the front, we've got our bumper in the stock mount. And you see that little profile groove on the back of the stock mount. Let me pull the bumper off so there's no confusion. Because these fit so good, I didn't even screw it in, brother. The tension holds it. But anyway, so that's a stock front mount, right? And I'll leave the bumper off to put this on so I can show it.
Just show them with your finger where that clip actually goes on at. Right there.
Watch this. In the groove, and then clicked in here. Now I don't have a bumper to rest against, but it's still, I can hold this by the body.
Right.
I'm holding it by the body, y'all. And there, mine's actually yellow from the overspray. See how that grabs that cross member so well? Bro.
Yeah, man.
And
all of these
space I was talking about, the space between the valance and the bumper, we filled that up with our bumper so the body doesn't take the abuse and neither do our mounts. It transfers all the load from a crash to the chassis, which can take. And then I'll just do it like this. You push on it, right? I'm goofy because I'm sideways. And there you're free.
So yeah, all of the bodies that we'll have to offer for sale are the kits or whatever are all going to be, you can take one body off and put this one on and vice versa.
And here's how you do the back really slick. Kelly, I think you would agree. You get underneath there at the cross member with a finger, and once you're free on the front, you just push the tailgate out of the groove.
Yeah.
And you're off.
Yep.
We're so pumped because we've been mounting these things since the get-go, bro. When we started 3D printing.
I'd be more excited, but I started working on this doodah garbage at 4:15 this morning for a couple hours.
But it's going back on. There it is. Come on, dude.
Yeah, man. Nah, it's not garbage. It's good stuff, man. I just work on this when I have time available. And it's been fun.
And look what we ended up getting. And all of this is really cool, but I keep going back to what I consider to be, check this out, Kelly. So I don't have my window glass in yet. Check this out. There's your weather stripping. Kelly did a recess in the window for me on the front and the wing windows. The back ones in the box back, it's not a problem.
Did it for all of us.
It is for all of us. But here's what's cool. Well, if you get a kit, this will be black, so you won't have to paint it. But it's also your stencil, so you know how to cut your glass.
Right.
And then you put your glass in, you glue it. You don't have to be perfect on the cut because you have all of this margin for error. Then you put your glass in, Lexan, whatever, and then you put your weather strip in there.
Well, and I did the same thing for the wing windows on the side.
Yeah.
And I have the stencils for both of those as well.
Yes.
So, I mean, you can just use that as a stencil and cut them out and put them in.
And to me, that's the icing on the cake, Kelly, because how many times have I mentioned this where I will get a body looking what I consider okay, pretty good, pretty happy with it. And then
you goof it all up
with the windows.
Right.
It would have been perfect, but I screwed up with the glue on the window, dude.
Yep.
So that bezel, that weather stripping, he didn't have to measure that up and design it. It is what was cut out. So it goes back. It's
chef's kiss. Right. Sorry. Right there. Aunt Mo. All right, cool. I will get your message when I'm done with the show here. And you pay the shipping and give me an address and I'll ship this thing off to you.
Come on, bro. Good work, man. I'm pumped about our next one so much.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff.
And on my first iterations, I was doing a little bit similar to what we got now. But I didn't have the clip, so I had to make my own. So I actually did a pin system on the front. But the idea was my iterations took a lot of a beating because I had a bumper and the space was filled between the chassis. So whenever I wrecked them, they were tough. And so we pivoted a little bit and we keep landing, great compromise. Great compromise.
Good stuff, man.
Dude, Harley saw the pictures of it. He thinks he's pumped.
Harley saw pictures of it?
I sent him pictures on Instagram the other day, man. Here, let's not misquote him. Let me see.
Oh, misquote him.
Okay, Ryan, you are the best. I look up to you so much. I always wish someday when I grow up I could be just like you. I'm paraphrasing because what he really said was that's rad, that's awesome. Stuff like that is the kind of feedback I get when I send him pictures of our stuff.
Right.
And I've explained to him how they go on. He's pumped, dude.
Well, that's you and I have talked about this, and
he's the kind of guy that will appreciate what went into it, brother. You know what I mean?
Everybody here will probably at some point see some of this stuff on Scale News.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Off and rolling, rolling. No, it's been a fun adventure so far, and we're just getting started because, like I said, we got the Traxxas chassis. I got Ryan's Origin Classic here that I haven't scanned yet because I haven't had time. I mean, it's just the scanning part of the chassis takes the right lighting. It takes time. It takes time, and so, but I gotta get that scanned, and then we need to do a Traxxas TRX 4. Bless you. There's got to be it's gonna be a good time. I will need to scan either Kirk's 10.3 or yours.
The CJ7's got even weirder stuff at the cross member, dude.
So the axial stuff's a little bit weird, but for right now, I think we got a good start with using this system with a little alteration like what Ammo's going to do with the front and rear bulkhead pieces for the base camp and the 10.3 kits, and the Coyote. Dude, what about the SR5? Same thing, right?
The SR5, as long as you have those front and rear bumper mounts.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. So okay. I've thrown that on the Coyote. So I've thrown it on Portal and I've thrown it on straight axle, and we're able to run 475s down to 419s. You've got adjustability if you want to play with your shocks and your preload and stuff to do whatever.
So guys, when Ryan tasked me to doing the front bumper, the way we finally landed on, and I raised up the front end of that body to get it level with the boat side skids, so everything was aesthetically correct. What it did was I was running a lot of preload on all 4 shocks, and it allowed me to take the preload completely out of all 4 shocks.
And so probably
it made because you even said yesterday when we were sitting at the park bench and we were running around, you're like, man, yours just rides so nice. Like the ride height is good.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I took all the preload out of it. It fixed everything by raising that 10.5.
And your shocks are probably on the same position now too, because you had them on different holes to make it work.
I have not changed the actual shock location. I think the only ones I changed was the front ones. I need to change them back to stock.
I mean, we kind of know it works, right?
Right.
So it's kind of just preference at a point. We kind of are trying to establish a baseline that you can go from if you want to tweak.
Yep.
Like some rigs, listen, whoever is making them wherever they're being made, just because they call it a 12.3 on the wheelbase doesn't mean that's exactly what they did. And the thing about these links, they're all threaded. If you have to adjust, you can usually.
Yep.
But we're aiming for
bone stock,
neutral baseline, 12.3. Anything else is fine tuning.
Yep.
Or leave it alone. Like I didn't mess with it on the Coyote and I ran it. It was fine. That's a stock RTR. That wasn't one of my built kits, which my built kits, I'm building them to the book. That's kind of what we're speccing to. The one I built that you scanned is spec to the book.
Yep. Well, outside of me moving the front shocks down to the lower location.
And I think that was just the necessity out of that clip too low. I don't think you would have done that if you had the body you have now.
So now, again, by raising that 10.5 millimeters, I can go right back with the shocks to stock location by the book and probably throw maybe just a hair of preload in, maybe. But other than that, I'm good.
And man, people talk about body rub. You're going to have it sometimes.
I had a little bit of it yesterday,
My problem with that is I don't mind body rub at all if it's in the right place. So if you're centered on the arches and a little body rub, the only time it bothers me is if it's so tight it's jumping a lug and your body looks goofy.
Right.
But dude, if we're all in the sand and running like we run, all it's doing is smoothing out the arches. I'm not mad at it at all.
Yeah. Yep. So if Aunt Mo, if you're still here and listening, man, I'm looking forward to I'll send you this body, man, and show it off to people. It's ugly.
He already ordered the A main parts.
Yeah, that's cool. But the body, it's that was the one that I tried to do a salt patina on, and I didn't wait long enough, and I roughed up the paint. I sanded it down. I did a bunch of work to it. It's actually, my fiance is like, she's gonna be mad when I tell her that this one's going bye-bye, because out of all three of these that I've got, she likes that one the best because it's got character. It's really like, it's different. It's a one of a kind.
Dude,
it's different.
I really wanted to. I was hoping you would do washes on it because I think you'd be totally blown away by what it does to that texture.
Well, you know what? When Aunt Mo gets this, you can explain to him what to do, and maybe he'll try it on that one. You can't hurt it, Right. And that one there, I mean, you and I ran these next to each other, your white one and my white one, just a week and a half ago. It's in my video from last week.
They look so good, man. And Von Krull's talking about Bizrodny a little bit a while back, and I'm just now getting to it. Not knocking him at all. His files we've done a lot of different people's files. Bizrodny's files are my absolute favorite to start from. And now we've learned so much, we're able to actually give ourselves the things that while we were building the first ones, we wish we had, which was a cool way to mount them, beef them up here and there, make concessions. We're not even, because they are rock crawlers that are linked up with shocks, not leaf springs. It does not make sense to screw with the floor in the front where the transmission takes up all the space. So we've got the door cards in, we've got the dash, the seats cut out on the bottom so it can go in, and we stretched it out so it hits the sides, and everything is an opportunity to make it stronger, and we take it.
Yeah, this one is, you'll see, Mo, when you get this thing. I rough saw cut this off. The production parts, this is not there. Everything on this has been rough saw cut. This guy is number one. Ryan's got his number one prototype. This is my number one prototype. Just so I knew where I had to cut and what I had to remove on this stuff to make the actual production part work. So you're getting kind of a first off relic in a way. And it's got the crinkle cut paint on the top. I tried that. I'm like, I'm just gonna try stuff. But got the windshield in. So yeah, you buy those parts. I'll send you the part that goes into the back of your chassis, and then you'll be able to drop this right on the back and drop it down and click it right in. Yeah, I'm pumped, man, for you to have one of these if you're a newbie. You take this thing out and show it off, and people are going to be like, where the hell did you get that? Send them our way, bro. Please and thanks.
And that's part of the thing. We built a few of these that before the Scouts, obviously, that it's relatively something new to us. I mean, I saw a memory popped up on Facebook a couple days ago, and it was a year ago I posted up the SCX6 Yellow Scout. So that would have been the third SCX6 or something by that point. So we've been doing this 2 years, maybe. And it's been pretty cool what we've come up with.
I started all this with you and Kirk and I.
Yeah. Like less than 2 years ago, or 2 years exactly.
With the Land Rover. And now it's gotten to this point. So I'm glad we've gotten here. We're doing something fun. We're contributing something to the community and the hobby. I don't think there's anybody else out there doing this. So we're getting a jump start on it, because these 3D printed bodies are starting to become a thing, because, you know, people are getting tired of Lexan. People are getting tired of just buying the same old stuff. That's why I designed the brackets that are on Imagine for the IJ, the Project IJ Jeep that is on my Vertex 6. And here pretty soon, I'm going to be shipping one of those bodies off to a guy in Jacksonville, Florida, that a lot of you guys probably watch and know, so that he can have one to play with on his 3 Vertex 6s.
There you go.
So, you know, we're just, you know, I want to get some of these bodies out in some of you guys' hands so you can show them off with us and for us and help us out. That's why I'm like, dude, I don't want to trade anything. Aunt Mo, you want this white one? It's yours. I'll send it to you. You pay the shipping. It's yours. Put it on the chassis and use your chassis and show it off. It's ugly. It's cool. It's got character. Like you said, it's so ugly. It's kind of cute, and you'll have fun with it.
And honestly, I feel like the people have asked for this, because how many times had we posted up something and a lot of people, hey, where do you get that? What's the files or whatever like that, right? Mm-hmm. And we're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to answer that question, because every one of them was so unique and one-off. And now it's a repeatable version.
This is going to go on the website soon for sale. This has been ran. It's been featured in the film. It's got a little bit of trail time on it. It's got plaid seats.
Nice.
This one, I can assure you, is not going to be $100. This is the prototype of the one that Horizon had done a video on, because I made another one for one of those guys and they finished it and did a killer job. And they showed off that in a quick picture of me with this. This is going to go on the website soon. And I hate to tell you guys, you're probably going to be sticker shocked, but I got a ton of time in this. It's not perfect, but I've got a ton of time in this. Don, you can you can contest to that, because you're working on one of these right now that I sold you the parts for. But you know, I'm probably going to ask probably $750 for this, and it'll go right straight on an SCX6.
You know, one thing too, I see a lot of people, you know, IJs are very popular, but I see a lot of questions about what screws, what this and that, which files. There's so much there. There's a lot to keep track of.
It's a lot to departmentalize.
It's a lot. And you don't need screws with these.
Especially on all the 10 scale stuff with all the different brackets and all the stuff they got going on. It's cool that they got all that.
And the interiors that we do maintain, because we can't do the floor because the big center transmission and your stuff's in the way, but there's room for a guy's legs. You know, you got your dash, your steering wheel, your door cards, your seat, your center divider, and your tub in the back that helps strengthen it. So the body's printed by itself. The interior and door card and dash and seat go in there and glue to it. All just gets, you know how you break one stick, no problem, but you can't break 5? That's what's happening with the way these go together.
Yeah, man. Yep. So Don, I need a driver. Dude, print one off, man. Go get the Night Customs one. Print it off.
Dude, I keep using the CJ7 driver and blowing them up to however big I need them. I got one taller than a G.I. Joe sitting over here.
Honestly, on the Blazer, the video I did of mine, I had a Ken and Barbie in there, and they fit perfect, honestly. I mean, they really fit well in there. It is 1.6. Yep.
Yeah. I think it'd be hard to jam in one of those sometimes, but you said you fit one in. Would you have one in? A Barbie in what?
Oh, well, I've had a Ken and Barbie in the Blazer and in the all three of my IJ bodies.
There you go. I keep blowing up my CJ7 driver.
That one there, I got a Ken tossing that once in a while. The only time I put drivers in my stuff is when I'm not videoing.
Well, and I blew up the CJ7 guy to fit an FJ40 too. So he's way bigger than the CJ7 driver, but it's the same files.
Yeah.
Like there's CJ7 driver, Night Customs, to the size he's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I was able to do that same size in the bread truck here. Let me go.
Solo.
CJ7 driver, CJ7 driver, CJ7 driver, but he's way bigger. And this, and then in my sixes, he's huge. And you can make the guy articulate, like his arms will move if you want, and his head. But I've done that, but most of the time I just put his arms where I want them.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, Michael Bird, I agree. They especially when you're doing videos on these things, it just looks more scale with having the driver in there, obviously. I get it.
Drivers are what's up. They look.
Hey, Fred shows up about the time we're getting ready to close up shop.
Bro, look how big this dude is, though.
What's up, Fred?
That's a CJ7 driver, and he's huge.
Gosh, I thought you had the Tin Man there for a minute. The way it looked in the reflection of the light. It's
the green silk.
Oh my Lord,
dude, he printed off nice, bro.
Yeah.
And I get to paint him.
Looks like Matt needs to add a little weight to himself.
But he's already
got a light kit ready for it. We'll send pics. Cool. Awesome, man. I'm excited that you're I can tell the excitement in your mind, man. That's awesome. Love it.
What light kit did you get?
No, it's cool. I could tell the excitement with Don, when I sold him the SCX6 Blazer, but I don't know if that fire went out or if he's still excited. He's finding out what a project these are to finish. I mean, he knew that, but there's a lot there, especially with the Blazer. There's a lot of surface to finish.
That is Matt from SBG, and that's what you get with the Night Custom CJ7 interior, which I've also manipulated that to work in different rigs too. The CJ7 interior got stretched out and I put it in that Willie's wagon. And that driver, actually, I had to shrink him down to work in there. So once you have the files, man, go to town.
Right. And you can make a skinny Matt, like Skinny Matt Scout.
And
his arms are big, but his body's like really tiny.
Well, I only had to do that on the.
I know, because of the seat.
Oh, Trick RC with rock lights. Cool.
Sweet.
I don't know where you'll put the rock lights.
But dude, Don.
You can find a way.
Don, I get it, man. Life gets in the way of this stuff, man, for sure. Completely understand. I got 4 or 5 projects.
That's right. Fred's got that driver in the mint julep as well.
Oh, that articulates, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're made to articulate, but most of the time I don't do it. But on the FMS FJ40, because the steering wheel moves out of the box, I was like, all right, cool. So he's doing this. Right on.
Aunt Mo, have you got a motor yet for that chassis? I know you said it was a roller. If I were you, I'd buy a Hobby Wing 1800 Fusion. That's what I would run in it.
Yep, off my Amazon store, link in the description.
Link in the description. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Cool, man. Awesome. Well, Matt, and Josh are on, and we're running on 2 hours.
Hey, Donald, on the K5, you know what I do for the lights? The honcho lights.
Yep.
Because the Wrangler lights have a weird PCB board on the headlights. So the honcho lights is what I've used on all of my SCX6s. And you might have to stretch a wire out here or there, whatever. But they're the right size bulb. It's a good choice. And the wires are long enough to get where they need to go already for the most part.
Does the honcho, I forget, does it have 4 red LEDs or just the 2 in the cross member? It's just the 2, isn't it?
I think it's just the 2 in that back cross member, which is why they're a little too narrow because they're designed to be,
So here's the thing with the Blazer, you need 4 red LEDs, I think, in the back. Yeah, I'm almost certain you do.
And one other cool thing about the honcho lights is you get those little pods that go on the hood.
The little puck lights
that you can use for something else or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Set up as an overlander. I keep giving those lights away because I never use them, but whenever I buy honcho lights, I get them. And they got a little bracket, so you could mount them to anything that you wanted those on.
Yep, for sure can.
Yeah,
I put a set of them on my IJ, my white IJ, on the hood.
Thanks, Fred. Yeah, dude, that's my thing. I mean, they are what they are. There's no turn signals. They're just on, but that's fine.
Don, I saw earlier in the comments that what'd you do to your fender? Where was that? He rolled in the fender or something?
Ooh, nice.
Is that what he did? Where did I see that? I folded up my front fender on my K5 Blazer behind the tire with Swampers. Yeah, it's a 1-to-1. Sweet.
Oh, okay.
Sweet. So 1-to-1 only have 1 per side plus backup lights. Okay, cool. He's he actually messaged me like a week or so ago, and we were talking about on the back of the model, where if you're looking at the back towards the tailgate and where the roof comes down and mates to the top of the body, and then the body has like a swale out and down, where the 1-to-1, the real one, it doesn't have that little swale in it. And he was asking me about it, and I'm like, I said that's the way the files were designed. So he was sharing some pictures with me, and I'm like, oh yeah, it does have. It is a little bit different. So he's really trying to do 1-to-1 on his. I can't wait to see it when he's done with it, because he's been working pretty aggressive on that to get the body mounted, and he's going a completely different way. Well, not completely different way, but he's using different materials to get to the same place that I do, to use the shoulder bolts that come stock with the honcho. And so I'm really excited to see this thing completely done when he's done with it.
Nice.
So, but it's cool because this, Don's, he was a little skeptical to take on printing a project like that, and so it worked out. I was like, hey, you know what? Here one night back a month and a half ago, I was like, I got 2 of these here. I printed out. I'll ship you one in parts. You put it together and finish it. So, it's a good way for him to see, how these 6s go together. And he's been killing it, man. He's been sharing pictures with me of what he's doing and how he's doing it. And I'm like, go, brother, go. It's awesome.
Well, and that's one of the things, like, while we're on our way to this point, we've had rigs that have made it to other folks. Like my big Chevy 54 is gone. The big Ford SCX6 is gone. Corvair's gone. Little Mint Julep is gone. I don't know, maybe some others. And they're happy about it. They're pumped when they get them. And bro, you and I both, it's like every time I've done one, I've had to make a video to show them how to put it on because it's every one of them's been different than the other and whatever.
Yep.
So this method here,
it's a game changer for
the deal.
It is. I mean,
It's the deal
for Axial to do what they did with the Coyote and the Toyota and be able to have that clip-on system, it's cool. It's fantastic. But to do it with 3D printed, bodies, and you can put it together and finish it the way you want, and we'll have a lineup of bodies that fit various different chassis that all you can intermix them and put these things on whatever chassis you want.
Yeah.
And it's the same body. It's just,
and think about between all of us how many bodies we've done, and so the problem of how you mount them has been something we've dealt with over and over.
Sure, absolutely.
I'll tell you, when I built the first new 10.3, which has the same shock tower grab and tongue and groove in it like the Coyote, I was like, okay, let me explore that. You owe it to yourself to kind of see. The whole goal is to keep it as simple as possible, but it came with this, let's see what we got. And so I built the bread truck. It was actually a bear I forced myself to use the same mechanisms that Coyote uses that came stock on the 10.3 builder's kit. So it's up at the shock tower and it's the tongue and groove, which means I have to have the other pieces and put them in the exact right spot. And when all said and done, the front end you still have to deal with for strength. It's just flying out there. And the back is same thing.
Yep.
So I forced myself into using what was there, but still have these opportunities or shortcomings, depending on how you look at it, on that bread truck. Now, what we got now, where it's the front and the back, instead of somewhere nebulous in the middle and you still got to deal with the front and the back, we're just dealing with the front and the back and the mounting all at one time.
Right. And the other cool thing about with what I've been designing around with this stuff and making these things work is this tongue that's on the top that you use for, which one is it, Ryan?
I used it on the Corvair.
Which stock body is it that this tongue's for?
Coyote.
This one here?
Yes. The SR5 one is straight, and that one has an angle.
So these bodies, I'm designing around that, so you don't have to take those off.
Yes.
That way, if you want to run your stock body on it, you can. I don't want people having to strip a bunch of shit off of their chassis to make these bodies that Ryan and I are working out fit on this stuff. So yes. That's the goal here, is to make it modular and simplified, so you don't have to take anything off of your chassis to make these fit.
It's so
that's just where it's at.
It's so cool, dude. It's so cool. And I did it in a little short form piece the other day where I just slapped one on the Coyote body, like no problem. All I had to do was take off the front and rear bumper on that Coyote, and of course the body.
Right.
And I could slap ours on it.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. And you know what? We're gonna be, we're gonna be priced on these to where you're gonna spit at Lexan bodies that you're gonna have to paint.
Seriously, bro.
That's just it. Anyway, all right, cool. We've been going a little over 2 hours. I kind of want to see what Matt and Joshy are talking about. We got a couple things we need to talk about offline, and yeah, tomorrow's another day.
Yeah, that sounds good. I felt like I had something on the tip of my tongue, but yeah, so we explore it, and I feel like what we land on is a culmination of exploring the other options and landing on what ends up being as right as possible for anybody who's going to handle one of these.
Yep.
And I remember when I started the YouTube channel back in the day, like part of the reason was we wanted to create a channel that we were able to see the things that we wish we could just go see on another channel. And it ends up benefiting everybody who's involved. And this is the same way. We've been a real big fan of doing this, and we wished this was available for us, and it wasn't. So sometimes you just got to do it yourself. And it's been a team, and we got it. I think it's so sick. I can't get over the windows, bro. It's the icing on the whole thing is dynamite, but for me, I am so in love. And you know, Kelly's ready to be done, like, and move on to the next one. I'm like, we're close, man. We're close. Like, I feel like Columbo, like one more thing, you know, like one more thing. One more thing.
Hey, that's what it is when he calls me. Hey, I really love it, but I'm like, son of a buck, here we go again. I'm like, Ryan, I love you, but what needs to change now? It's okay, because every little change that we do is for the better for everybody, you guys, us, everybody. So it's good.
Yeah, and we're earning it, right? Like what we do, we'll try it both ways. And whatever one's best is the one we'll go with. There's no ego in it. It's all about the best outcome.
Right.
So
well, cool. And that's what we did yesterday. We talked about this earlier in the show. I ran this green one hard right straight into a freaking boulder that I didn't even see because it was behind a damn tree. And you know, it's just the way it's designed, and you know, with the bumper in that, you know, within that chassis now, like what Ryan wanted to do, it just made complete sense, and it didn't break anything, which I'm like, perfect. You know, and you ran into the tree and broke a panhard mount.
I've never done that. I've never broke anything on one of these, really.
And your body was fine. The body was fine. The way it was designed, it has shock mounts in it that allows the body to survive a hard hit like that. So it's great. Anyway, so I see you guys are saying happy 4th of July. I appreciate you guys coming in here tonight and hanging out with us, and hang in there. We keep rambling about the same shit, but at the end of the day,
that's what we're doing.
We're sharing with you guys what we're up to, and we're finally really close. We're there with the Scout, and we're real close with 2 other bodies too that'll work with this system. So,
hey, he thinks he's close.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I would like to say I'm close. We're another month away from these other 2 bodies, so I
gotta say, I'm so pumped the AMS is still working consistently and solid right now, dude.
AMS. Anyway, so I'm gonna shut up. But other than that, you guys, appreciate coming by and hanging out with us and supporting us. And you guys all have a fantastic 4th of July. Hope it's safe with everybody, and enjoy, man. 250. Here we go.
And maybe next year I want to share my birthday with America again. Every year I keep hoping I don't get trumped over by America's birthday. Like, who does she think she is?
You're sharing your birthday with me and Kirk every year now.
Yeah, that's 2 in a row. We got.
It's okay, you know. It's okay. We can go out and sweat our asses off and have some fun in the woods for a few hours.
We were in the car the other day, and so your birthday's on a Tuesday. Next year it's going to be on a Wednesday. Next year it's going to be on a Thursday. Yeah. But when there's a leap year, it skips. So I think Thursday doesn't happen. So it'll be next year's a Wednesday, and then the year after that it's a Friday instead of a Thursday because of the leap year deal.
Yeah.
So I think I only get. There's a weird cycle there. Fibonacci sequence happening. Something. Hey, guys, we'll see you next time. We're out of here. Check us out. Links in the description to our short form content. Check out Kelly's channel. There's videos of us, too, from out there, different perspectives, different camera angles. Get to see these rigs working. Like he said, my rig has a super fast transmission in it because it's a portal axle transmission, and my white rig yesterday was stupid fast. I hit a tree full on. Nothing happened to my truck, but I broke the panhard mount on my axle. And the truck's fine. We've been rolling them over, crashing them into stuff. Bro, the Scout's a brute.
Let's go.
Get you one. You can build it or get one painted. Let us know, man. We're having fun doing it. Thanks for coming by and checking it out. For a scale rig, it's a trail truck, but it's a good performing trail truck. The weight's right. It's down low. Get some heavier wheels. That's even better. Short approach, short departure. Who came first, the chicken or the egg? Or what I should say is the Scout or the Bronco? Answer in the comments below. We'll see you next time. We're out here in 5. Hanging Rats forever. We'll 3 you later. You're too good to be forgotten. We will see you next time. Bye now. Fred, thank you so much, man. See you guys. Boom.